Does Colorado have an Hmart, Indian grocery stores, Asian grocery stores, anything good and ethnic, especially close to South Denver? We are checking it out today. Hey everybody, it's Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. I get a lot of questions about moving to Denver, living in the South Denver area, and still having access to great grocery stores, especially ones that cater to Asian, Indian, and ethnic grocery stores, populations, and especially those that want to live really close to an Hmart. Hmart has really not made it very far inland. They're mostly coastal, but they have 2 locations right here in the Denver metro, and they're opening a 3rd in Colorado Springs. So Denver's really lucky to have this. We're going to go inside our Hmart here in Aurora and check it out today and talk about the availability of ethnic grocery stores all around the South Denver area, because whether this caters to your background or just the way you like to cook because you're a foodie, it's good to know what we have and how close it is to all the different suburbs, because you might frequent this once a week, you might frequent it once a month, it may be something you do on a really regular basis. Let's head inside. All right, we have got our cart. Let's scoot around the Hmart in short order. This tour could take a very long time because this store is so fun, but you will have to come on your own and check it out. First, this produce section is top notch. I think it's bigger than our local Safeway, our local King Soopers, which is the grocery store that serves most local communities. I mean, Highlands Ranch, I think, has 3 King Soopers plus a Safeway and a Whole Foods and a couple Sprouts. This produce section would rival all of those. We've got boxed produce, we've got mushrooms and unique produce. It smelled amazing when I was in here, and it wasn't even spring or summer. This, as you can tell by looking at me when I was outside in the snow, is in the winter. Still smelled great. As we leave the produce section, we go back to their meat and seafood department. The selection back there is something like you will not find at any of your local grocery stores, so I was kind of blown away. As you can tell, I've not been to the Hmart, but guys, I'm not a cook, so full disclosure here. Lobster, crab, shrimp, fresh fish, and in some of these areas you get to pick your own. So for those who love to cook this kind of food, that's an extra bonus because you are the one who get to determine if the fish looks fresh, if it's the right size, gonna feed the crowd that you're looking to treat. You can get great fillets of fish, center cut salmon, and then we get down into the fresh beef, fresh pork. This meat, I do know beef. I used to actually work for the beef industry in my young days out of college. This is top quality meat. That I can tell you. Of course, your chicken selections, your unique meat selections. They had fresh duck. And then we've got your sushi options, your frozen fish, your more unique fish. For those of you who want to be able to make your own sushi at home, they got you covered. I think I could handle that. However, I like the sauces. How about you guys? And I don't think I'm up for making all of those tasty sauces at home, nor am I going to fry up those crunchy tempura bits. One of the things people love about their Hmart are the dried mushrooms, being able to buy them affordably and in bulk because of all the umami and flavor that mushrooms bring. Dried noodles. My kids loved the ramen I brought home for them. They thought it was way better than what we get locally, and I know that this dried ramen section is popular among everyone. The selection of noodles and sauces and flavor is popular across the board because there are so many vegan cooks, gluten-free cooks, as well as those who love to cook Asian flavors. I did not know there were so many brands of gochujang. Not only is there an abundance of dried spices, but plenty of snack foods and bulk foods and fun foods, and what felt like miles of frozen dumplings. And one of the most popular sections in this store, the pickled sections, the kimchi, the stocks, the things that simplify life, and things that most people don't make at home or make themselves. That wraps up our tour of the Hmart. Let's go check out one of the local Indian grocery stores in South Denver. We're gonna go in and check out Konark Grocers, one of the top Indian grocery stores in the South Denver area. This one's in Highlands Ranch. There are a handful of stores right here in the Highlands Ranch, Lone Tree, Parker area. They get really good business from the communities right in and around this area. So let's go in and check it out. This store, like many of the others, are locally owned. They're smaller. They take up a smaller footprint than the national Hmart chains. They cater to their local community and what what they want and are looking for. Some neighbor friends of mine own one of the local grocery stores nearby, just across the way from the one that we're touring right now, and they're very attuned to bringing in the foods and fresh produce during the summer that their friends, neighbors, and community ask for. Again, we're seeing this in the wintertime, so the produce section is definitely very limited. You'll see very specific frozen foods and definitely things that are asked for. Frozen roti, frozen naan, quick options that you definitely will not find in the King Supers and Safeways that we have at the corner store. You'll see lots of whole and dried spices in here that are perfect for all those foods that taste so good. I spotted some favorite ingredients that my friends would use to make some of the dishes that I really love that I certainly don't find in my grocery stores. And of course, you'll find all sorts of rice and grains that you won't find elsewhere also. Hey, so that wraps up our tour of the Asian grocery stores, Indian grocery stores, the Hmart, one in Aurora, and there is one in Westminster and that next one coming in Colorado Springs in 2023. If you have other questions about moving to the Denver area, you know I would love to connect with you. Please reach out. You can call, text, or email, whatever works for you, and I will see y'all next week.